This is the Sarah Harrison Show. You heard it here first, you dig?
The lady in the trap, you already know she bring the heat first to the UK. Let's get it.
It's what it is.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So, how shall I refer to you as? Is it Wash? Is it R Wash?
You can just call me Wash. I mean, R Wash is my nickname. I got a few nicknames, but Wash definitely is the main one.
Dope. So, where you're situated in Cali right now?
No, man, I'm out here in Atlanta. Just recording music. Just working on this project.
Oh, dope. So, are you working towards a mixtape, EP? Is it an album?
Well, we actually got a mixtape coming out real soon called 5 Miles to Port Arthur, and that's subject to release sometime in March. But we're just working hard trying to give people the best product possible. But definitely, it's coming out soon.
I love how you just got straight into it. It's like, this is my new stuff. This is what you got to look out for. I love that. I really, really love that.
I love your accent too. I know I have an accent to you, but it's refreshing to hear some. It's refreshing to hear sometimes.
It's crazy because I always forget that I have an accent to people in America. You know what I'm saying?
I actually have a friend from London. She probably like one of my best friends. I hear her voice all the time, so I'm used to it now.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I can't wait to come out there, man. I heard it's so fantastic out there in the UK. I can't wait to come visit.
Yeah, we need to make this happen. I mean, we've got a lot of music fans out here, people that really, really appreciate going out to see someone play.
I've heard you guys are really into music, like the real music. I can't wait to come out there and showcase a little bit, but definitely, I would love to visit the UK.
Yeah, man. As soon as this mixtape comes out, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about you. But for the listeners for the listeners right now on Bang Radio that are a bit unaware of who I'm actually speaking to, you're a bit of a mysterious artist, shall I say? Because we might have heard your song. I'm sure all the girls dance to this song. I'm sure people in their car listen to this on the radio every day. But they don't know who the artist behind it is. So we're talking to Wash, who's actually behind the song Can't Trust Thots. It's really weird saying it in English. It's so weird saying it in English.
It sounds cool, though.
It does feature French Montana, which is such a cool collaboration. I love it. It's so fitting. But really, how did this concept come about? Because we'll get into your background in a sec. You're a very musical person, talented in a lot of instruments, right?
Oh yeah, thank you for recognizing that.
But let's get into this smash hit then. Can't Trust Thots.
Yeah, well, I actually was in a room when I was having a situation that it's funny actually. This girl, she was talking to me and my cousin at the same time, and she sent me one of those seductive, sexy pictures, but she accidentally sent it from his email, and yeah.
Oh
and
my
so,
gosh.
I called my cousin, like, what's going on? So, come to find out, we both had dealings with the same girl. We both was, messing with her. Keep it PG. We both was messing around with her. So, after that, my writer and producer, Chef Tone, who's also R. Kelly's protege, he hit me up and was like, man, I got this song for you to record. I was like, I really don't feel like recording today. But, I didn't tell him that, of course. That's how I felt. So I just went along with it. And I went to the studio, and next thing I know, he played the song. And I was like, man, let's do this song. We got to record it right now. And I added my little 2 cents to it. And, we came out with the record. And French Montana actually hopped on the record a week before it was supposed to come out because me and him actually are signed to the same label. I'm signed to A-Girl/Interscope, and he signed. He had this thing going with Coke Boys and Interscope. So, yeah, he heard it and he hopped on it and he did his thing on it, and it was history from there.
Wow, so was it almost like a surprise that French Montana jumped on it? Did you not expect him to?
Yeah, I mean, 'cause it was supposed to come out a week before he actually hopped on it, and my writer, Chef Tony, hit me up I was actually at church. I went back home to visit for a bit with my family, you know, just spend some time with them. And he called me, and I stepped out for a second, and yeah, he was like, yeah, French just hopped on the song, so be on the lookout for that. I was like, man, it's dope. And you know, it came out. When I heard it, I was like, oh, it's perfect. And we just went with it from there.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
You mentioned Chef Tone. Of course, he is highly responsible for your career, I guess, and how far you've come at this stage. And what's your relationship with him?
Yeah, I mean, he's literally like a big brother to me, musically and outside of music, because I was at a place in my life for 3 years. You know, I was just, well, at that time, it had been, I'm sorry, it had been 3 years. I just been struggling trying to get on in the music industry. You know, I had a few unfortunate events, but not really unfortunate because I wouldn't be here, I believe, if those things wouldn't have happened. Just being in bad situations with different management teams, and shout out to my manager who I have now, Bobby Fisher, but just being under, you know, bad management teams, just struggling, trying to, you know, audition for this person, that person, sleeping in my car a few times, and just staying with different people, paying rent. But, I mean, I think all in all, it was all worth it because I wouldn't be here today. But the last time before Chef Tone assistant had hit me up, I had made up in my mind. I was like, you know what? No matter what, no matter how, I'm determined I'm going to make it. I literally had a full plan, like, drawn out of how I was going to get in the music industry, what I was going to do, and how I was going to do it. But, you know, of course, God took over, and right before I was about to execute my plan, his assistant had hit me up when I was at work. I was working at the oil refinery, and she asked what I had got going, and I told her nothing. She asked if I had a job. I told her no, even though I had a job. I told her no because I was like, you know, I just want to hurry up and I just want to work, you know. So the next day I quit my job. I got on the plane. I went to Atlanta, and we started working from there. And he gave me time to develop my sound and develop my skills, which is still a forever ongoing process, because I feel like, you know, we all got room and time to grow. But yeah, he really took the time out though, and let me hone my craft. So I'm forever indebted to him for that. But,
wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
I knew I was going to enjoy this conversation. I knew you had some stories to tell.
Thank you. I always try to tell the full story because I know it's somebody out there that, you know, possibly have a dream or, you know, think it's impossible. But I just want to let people know, man, it's always possible, especially me coming from a super small city to where it's poverty-stricken, it's a lot of violence, and, you know, people don't really just make it out, you know, for me to be where I'm at, which I'm still at a place to where I feel like I can grow more, but I feel like I finally just got in, you know, and I think, you know, I want to, of course, excel in my career, but, man, I just want to show people that it's possible.
I know.
It's definitely possible.
And it's kind of like, you know, people might say it's cliche, but it's really that simple. You know, it doesn't matter how many doors close in your path. You just have to keep going, especially if you know you are talented and you're gifted and you're made to do this.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, it's funny because it does sound so cliche, but we make it so difficult, but it's so simple at the same time. Just keep going, you know. That's the best, probably the best advice, is to keep going. Even when it seems like so hard, so difficult, you know, whatever you got to do, cry, shed a few tears, you know, just keep going.
Can you really say that, is this one of the biggest things that you've learned from Chef Tone to keep going? Is there any other memorable lessons that you've been taught by him?
Yeah, I mean, even from, you know, he has an amazing story himself, you know, coming from a broken home and, you know, not the best of people around him as far as influences, and, you know, literally having nothing, you know, and making something out of nothing. Like, he's a testament himself. And I also say the same thing even with myself. So I guess, you know, whatever R. Kelly seen in him, he definitely seen it in me. So I think the best advice, probably it was a little not even harsh, but just realistic. It was a time and point to where I was recording, and it wasn't as fast as I thought it would be, and I was a little discouraged, so I was a little slacking in the beginning because of the situations that I had been in the past. But I mean, I told him my story, and which he already kind of knew, because we actually had been in touch for those 3 years, but time just didn't allow us to work at that time. But he just told me, you can get this now, and you can have this and you can have that and help your family, or you just got to be realistic, or you cannot get it and you can go back home, but we can still be cool. Which, I'm a real guy. I'm a realistic guy. We probably would have still been cool, but to be honest, we wouldn't have had too much to talk about, because, I knew he would have been a busy man in his career. But I wanted to obtain what he had, his finances, his lifestyle. So I worked so I can achieve that, which I haven't just yet. But at the same time, I know I'm in a position to. So that's the main thing I was concerned about. That's probably the best advice he gave me. But pretty much just telling me how real things were. Like, if you can get it and have this, or if you cannot get it, you got to think about both scenarios. But that definitely increased my determination to make it happen.
Right. I'm enjoying listening to you just talk. I love it.
Oh, thank you.
So we've mentioned that you play multiple instruments. So do you get busy on the boards yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start using it. I like that term, busy on the board. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely use that. But yeah, I'll give you some of the copyright and fragment, whatever we got to do. But yeah,
we've got it on tape. We've got it on audio.
Okay, yeah, so we did. Then. But yeah, I actually started playing the drums. Well, both of my parents are pastors, and I grew up in a church with a musical background. My sister, she played the keyboard for Beyonce. My older sister actually sung background on X Factor. Oh. And I grew up playing the drums and singing in church. So that's definitely where my sound began. From that, I went on to, teach myself how to play the keyboard. And like you said, get busy on the boards, because we needed a church musician. Because at the time, my sister, she actually got a gig playing for Beyonce. So, I stepped up to the plate. I went on YouTube, taught myself how to play the keyboard. And, and I also played the saxophone back in middle school. And as well as the harmonica. So, yeah, just different instruments. But my mother, she told me that she always told me that I was blessed. And I got to give her, really, like, a lot more credit than I have been in these interviews, because she told me, she was saying that she prayed for me, and she told me that whatever instrument I lay my hands on, I'll be able to play it, and that has always been the case. So, she's a very spiritual woman, and I got to give her a lot of credit for that. But yeah, I'm a lover of music, period, and if I hear something in my head, the hardest, not even the hardest part, but the next step is just to hear whatever I hear in my head on the instrument. So, that's always a good thing.
But listen, I need to get back to this Can't Trust Thots record. Do you actually know who pioneered, shall I say the word? Is there an official person who's responsible for this one word?
You know what? It's actually a slang term that I think it originated from Chicago, and it just blew up and still blowing up. But yeah, man, it's just one of those words that's very common amongst the I wanted to say young people, but man, I heard this lady, she actually was like 65 years old, came up to me the other day. And she told me that she loves the song and she's a fan of the song. And for her to be that, I know she knows what a thought meant, because she gave me that look like,
wow,
like she knows. So yeah, man, it's reaching every genre and every age group. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I'm a real fan of this song. Like, it gives me that same vibe as, Tupac's All About You. I think it's the modern day.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
Thanks. That means a lot. That's a huge comparison. I definitely appreciate that.
For real. And I'm a fan of the video too. You got your little thought cave.
Thanks.
You call it the thought cave.
Yeah, you seen it, huh? Yeah, it's a little dusty in there. I don't know if they caught the spider webs and all of that, but no, yeah, it's a real thought cave.
Yeah, for real. they just...
And I wanted to tell
Go on.
I'm sorry, you said what?
No, you carry on.
I was just laughing because some of the girls that came to the video, they didn't know exactly. Well, not all of them, but just maybe 2 of them didn't know what a thought was. That they was just there in the video, just smiling. But we had to tell them. And it was like, oh, this is what this is. But man, we had so much fun on the video set. It was refreshing for me because that was actually my only my second time going to LA. That's where we shot the video. And man, it was just the vibe and everything was right. So, I mean, I appreciate the directors, everybody who came out, my label for paying for the video and putting everything together the way they did from the stylist. Man, it was awesome.
For real, because you get your move on as well, right? You get your grooves on.
Yeah, you see me. I was just, man, I was in the moment. I was just feeling it. I actually had to slow down because they had those drinks and the bottles in the video was real. And and it was so dark in there. We didn't have no sunlight at all. So, I'm the party guy. I'm the party setter. And we had a lot of beautiful ladies in there. I could tell they wasn't aggravated, but after time just passed a little bit, they're a little bit kind of, get a little sleepy. So I was just telling them, wake up. I came in, poured everybody drinks, and next thing you know, everybody laughing and giggling. But yeah, we had to just slow down a little bit because I was a little too tipsy on camera, but I got back to it. I was telling them I had to make it real. I had to make the experience real. So
yeah,
but yeah, they understood. They was laughing. We all had a good time.
Okay, be honest with me. How many girls did you give your number to that video shoot that day? honest.
Well, see, the thing is, what you had to do it. I ain't gonna lie. I guess I can't say I was a thought that day, but I was definitely a player that day. But yeah, the way I did it, I had to talk to a few girls. When 2 of them leave, I talk to one of them. I make sure I give her that eye connection and that eye contact, like she the only one who got my attention. And when she leaves, I have to do the same things to the other girls. But yeah,
wow.
So I got about 3 numbers, and then the rest of them I just linked up with them on social media, So
right.
I got a few of them, but come to find out, I actually only talked to I keep in contact with maybe about 3 of them from time to time, but it's always good too, even though I started talking to them and we started on that note. Some of them I'm just cool with, be real good friends, and I keep up with them. I tell them what I got going and just help them and let them know that I got another video coming out. I keep them posted on that because we all got to help each other. So
yeah,
shout out to all the girls. You about to get me in trouble. I was about to say shout out to all the thoughts that was in the video. Shout out to all the beautiful young ladies that came out to support me. I definitely appreciate them.
Oh gosh, I've got to watch you. I've got to keep my eye on you.
And then that's another thing. I don't want to exclude the ladies because, even though it's a fun song and a lot of people like it, of course, you got those who think I'm talking about them. But if the song don't fit you, then it's not for you. Just enjoy it and realize that I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about another girl on the other side.
Right.
But yeah, males can. I wanted to say too, guys can be thoughts too. Dudes can be thoughts too. So I don't want them to feel left out.
Yeah, and you know what? I sing along to your song because I know girls who are of that kind of behavior. So
it's
us,
so true. Yeah.
Us women don't like that because it gives us a bad representation.
Yeah, see, the girls should appreciate it because the true classy women should appreciate it because I'm calling out the thoughts, so they should feel, if it's not them, they should feel good because it separates the two. But even though it's a catchy song, like the lyrics, if you listen to the verses, it's so true. Like this is stuff that you see going on in the club. As soon as the bottles start coming out, she come running to the couch. Because I actually, before I was in the music industry, I went to a party, and I think Rick Ross, he was actually behind the ropes. And just to see what these girls would do, just to get past the ropes, man. Not to Rick Ross, of course, because he actually was in his own zone. He didn't know what was going on. But just to see what the security guard, what they was doing to the security guard to get in, because Rick Ross didn't know nothing about it. But man, I was like, wow, these girls was doing a little bit of everything. But I mean, I don't want to make the Thots feel bad, because I believe that, after a while, they make the best housewives, after they get it out their system and,
Are you
and party
sure?
a little bit.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not too sure. I'm just trying to make everybody feel better. But sometimes they make good. I guess they make good housewives. But
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. Honestly, the amount of stuff I have to deal with when I'm, because I have to go to these rap concerts, and I do have to go backstage, and I do have to present.
So you see.
Right, but I'm a female too. So, guys like to just categorize females as, they're here to have a good time. No. I'm here to just get an interview and get a drop and just leave.
Yeah, and I'm sure most guys and I gotta take the blame. That's just our nature. That's just guys' nature. Like, we think, if a girl at a certain spot, then she want us this kind of way. Like, that's just what it is. But after, like me personally, after a girl, whatever she, however she come at me, that's how I respect her. As if she come up, Wash, look, I just want you, this and that. Hey, let's go. But if she come at me like, I'm a huge fan, I would definitely respect you as an artist. I appreciate that too. So, I mean, I appreciate all types of women. I actually grew up with 3 sisters, and I'm the only boy in the family. So,
aww.
I mean, I definitely know how to respect the woman too, even though I got a song called Can't Trust Thots. I also have another side to me, which will be released on the mixtape called 5 Miles to Port Arthur. So, I just love women in general, though. I definitely appreciate them.
I really, really enjoyed this conversation. We went from discussing and defining thoughtism to keeping faith in your hopes and dreams in life. I love it.
Yeah. I think we kind of touched every angle here.
Yeah, we went from one extreme to the other.
Yeah.
That's so dope. But look, I want to catch up with you again when your next projects are coming out. So can you quickly recap on what dates to keep in mind and any titles we should look out for?
Yeah, well, I got a mixtape called, it's really an album, but we're calling it a mixtape because it's going to be a classic piece of work. I got a mixtape coming out. We're trying to release it in March, called 5 Miles to Port Arthur. And in the meantime, you can check me out on SoundCloud at The Official Wash, SoundCloud/The Official Wash. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at The Official Wash. So, be sure to add me, slide in my direct messages. I respond to everybody, especially ladies, slide in my DMs, talk to me for a second. Guys, if y'all need a word of advice or inspiration, I give y'all that too. But in the meantime, be sure to go ahead and go on iTunes and download the song Can't Trust Thots for $129. And I appreciate the support, man, and I can't wait to come out there. I really can't wait.
Definitely. Is there any remixes of the song in the bag at all?
You mean remixes to Can't Trust Thots? More remixes, or you mean personal remixes from me?
No. I mean, both. Either way, whatever information you got.
Yeah, we got a few artists a few rappers that actually want to do a remix to Can't Trust Thots, which, we open to it, well, people took it upon themselves. I don't know how, but I guess, I'm definitely honored that they found a way to loop the beat themselves. Some fans did.
Wow.
And do remixes themselves. And we got a few big artists that want to do remixes to that. And I also have a lot of remixes myself on my SoundCloud. I did a few remixes to Ray Shrimmer, No Type, the Coco from T Genesis. I did a few of them, so yeah, go be sure to check that out. You know, you'll hear me rapping, you'll hear me singing, like really singing. It's a few Drake remixes that I did. But yeah, I mean, all of those. Just be sure to check me out on that. I can turn up. I can be smooth. I'm the type of guy, man. You'll catch me in the middle of the club with my shirt off, singing, or waving my shirt around, and then you'll also catch me at home watching Netflix with a beautiful young lady, just real calm. So I mean, I'm all of that in one. But yeah.
Nice. Which makes you what zodiac sign? What zodiac sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
I knew it. I'm a Virgo too.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's why our chemistry is just so good, huh?
I just knew it.
We're both Virgos.
Yeah. What day?
September 8th.
Oh, okay. I'm the 2nd.
September 8th. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Same week.
Now we got to celebrate next time together. We got to celebrate our birthdays. Do something. Maybe we can have like a UK / America party.
Well, I'll actually be in Atlanta, so.
Cool. Well, we definitely can turn up.
Let's do it.
Bang 103.6.